Good evening, children. Hope you all are fine by the grace of God. We are starting the second term, and today for English, we are going to learn a poem. The topic of the poem is How Pleasant to Know Mr. Lear. The poet Edward Lear is discussing about himself in this poem, writing about himself. He says that some people think he is bad tempered. That means a person who gets angry frequently, they are called bad tempered people. Is bad tempered and rather strange. But some people like him and think of him as a pleasant man. About himself, the poet says that Mr. Lear is a very careful, determined, and practical man. Describing the physical appearance, the poet says Mr. Lear has a large nose. Perhaps because of his face, because of this large nose, his face is rather ugly. He wears a beard that doesn't look real. In fact, it looks like a wig. His beard looks like a wig. Mr. Leo's other physical characteristics are very normal. He has 2 ears, 2 eyes, and 10 fingers. Mr. Lear used to be one of the singers, but now he is one of the dumb. Dumb is a person who cannot speak. The poet probably is referring to Mr. Lear's earlier habit of singing or expressing himself. He has stopped doing that. Stopped doing that means he stopped singing and has now become a silent person. Mr. Lear has several friends. Some of his friends are clergymen. Clergyman means who is working in the church, pastor, like that, priest. That is, they are connected to the church. In addition to these, he also has friends who are ordinary people. He owns a cat named Old Foss. So, what was his name? Cat's name? Old Foss. Going back to describing the physical appearance of Mr. Lear, the poet mentions that he has a perfectly round body and that he wears a type of hat known as a runcible hat upon his head. Mr. Lear is a rather sentimental person who cries a lot. He cries almost anywhere, whether sitting by the side of the sea or sitting on the top of a hill. Mr. Lear has very specific likes and dislikes. He always buys pancakes and lotion. And from the mill, he buys chocolate shrimps. Among Mr. Lear's talents in his ability to read Spanish. He can read Spanish. However, he does not speak the language. He can read, but he doesn't speak Spanish language. One of Mr. Lear's most disliked edible items, edible means eatable, which you can eat. What he doesn't like to eat is ginger beer. Mr. Lear's time on the earth will not last forever, so the poet says that it is pleasure to know a fascinating man like Mr. Lear before his stay on the earth comes to an end. That is to know he is very happy to know about himself. So this is the short explanation about this poem. Now let us read the poem. How pleasant to know Mr. Lear. That is, he is very happy to know about himself. Who has written such volumes of stuff? Some think him ill-tempered and queer. That means he's a strange person. But a few find him pleasant enough. His mind is concrete and fastidious. That means practical. His mind is practical. His nose is remarkably big. His visage, that is, his appearance, facial appearance, is more or less hideous. Hideous means unpleasant, not very beautiful, not very pleasant. His bed is here. His bed, it resembles a wig, that is beard, which the men will have. They have in their lower jaw. That is beard. It resembles. How does it look? It seems it looks like a wig. Wig is the one, the artificial, like a cap they wear in the head. He has ears and 2 eyes and 10 fingers. Leastways, if you reckon 2 thumbs. That means if you count that also. He used to be one of the singers, but now he is one of the dumps. He has many friends, laymen and clerical. Laymen is common people, clerical means priests and other officials of the church. Alphonse is the name of his cat. His body is perfectly spherical, that is a round shape. He weareth a runcible hat, that means a funny looking hat. He weeps, weep means cry. He weeps by the side of the ocean. He weeps on the top of the hill. He purchases pancakes and lotion. Purchase means buy, give money and buy. And chocolate shrimps from the mill. He reads, but he does not speak Spanish. He cannot abide ginger beer. Here, the days of his pilgrimage vanish. Here means before. The pilgrimage means it is a journey to a holy place. For example, Muslims, they say that they have to go to Mecca once in their lifetime. Like the Hindus, they go to river Varanasi, river Ganges, and like that. That is a pilgrimage. Here, the days of his pilgrimage vanish. That means before his journey of life is vanish means disappear. How pleasant to know Mr. Lear. It is good to know about himself before he passes away, dies. And Edward Lear, he lived between 1812 and 1888, was an English artist, illustrator, author, and poet who was renowned, that is famously known for his literary wordplay. He started work as a serious illustrator, and his first publication was published when he was 19 years old. In 1846, Lear published a book of nonsense verse, a volume of limericks. What is the meaning of limericks? Limericks is a 5-line poem that helped popularize this form of poetry. How pleasant to know Mr. Lear is Edward Lear's self-portrait. Portrait is actually it's a drawing about a person. So he talks about himself in this poem. Complete these sentences with appropriate words from the box. You will not need all the words. So the many words are given. Whichever is necessary to use, you can use it. The first one, the general opinion about Mr. Lear is that he is cantankerous. So I have not written T there. You please look at the word in the box and write it. Remember to keep the full stop. Many of you are not doing that. A sentence starts with capital and ends with a full stop. Please write a full stop there. From his appearance, we can gather that Mr. Lear is rather untidy. Mr. Lear has the same facial features as other men and women. Mr. Lear is popular among his friends. By the side of the hill and on top of the mountain, Mr. Lear often appears to be mournful. Mournful means sad. Match the words with their antonyms. You know what is antonyms, isn't it? Opposite. Abide, reject. Fastidious, careless. Concrete, vague. Hideous, beautiful. A compound word is made when two words are joined to make one word. So circle the correct options to make compound words. The first one is green. We can say greenhouse, greengrocer. Key. We can say keyhole and keyword. Both are correct. So when you write a compound word, it should be written together. For example, you can see there least ways, pancakes. Pan alone has got different meaning. Cakes has got different meaning. But when you write together pancakes, it gives a different meaning. So this is a compound word. Children, please remember, no hyphen or writing separate. It should be written together. Greenhouse, greengrocer. Keyhole, keyword. Everyone, everywhere, everybody. Wheelbarrow, wheelchair. Headache, headache. Headstand, headlight, headmaster. Now, certain words of the English language are not commonly used any longer. For example, whereth means where's. Find the meanings of the following words. I have done it for you. Please write carefully. And many of you are not writing O. When you write O, the next letter should come up, not down. So please. And when you write V, the next letter that is following V should be written up, not down. Down means it's you. Okay, children? Okay. Doth means does. Behold means see or observe. Damsel means young, unmarried woman. Knave, that means dishonest man. Lord means to praise, talk good about someone. So children, you will stop with this. The question answers and grammar exercise we will learn in the following class. So read the poem, understand it, learn the meaning of these words. What is the meaning of concrete and Fastidious means practical. Fastidious. Visage means facial appearance. Hideous means very unpleasant. Then layman, common people. Clerical, priests and other officials of the church. Shrimps is a small shell fish. Ere means before. Pilgrimage means a journey to a holy place. So read the poem, learn the meanings of these words, and write the simple book exercise, grammar and question answers. We'll write in the next class. Have a good day, children.